Hi, it's time for Street Talk, your voice and your views on the issues and the news. Who has the right to speak for the world's 1.3 billion Muslims? That was the question we discussed in our show last week with Professor John Esposito and Dalia Mogahed, authors of Who Really Speaks for Islam? What a Billion Muslims Really Think. The debate sparked feedback on our YouTube website as you told us what you really think about everything from women's rights to the implementation of Sharia law and even US foreign policy. Haridas Pillai from Malaysia thinks more needs to be done to unify the voice of Islam. Different spiritual leaders have diversified views. Malaysia set a unified approach by initiating an annual refresher program for spiritual leaders. Why can't other countries adapt this in the interest of portraying a better image? Well, we had quite a few emails from around Africa, and Principal in Nigeria has a negative view on Islam. What America is doing in the Arab world is wrong, but the Arabs and Muslims are killers and haters of humans. Ian Madikoto in South Africa blames it on image perceptions. The media in the West are responsible for the negative perceptions people hold of Islam, so people confuse Islam with politics. And Mohammed, also in South Africa, believes there's hypocrisy at play. Muslim women were enfranchised 1,450 years ago when most of the West did not recognize the rights of women. How is it that a Christian nun's habit is okay, but the scarf of a Muslim woman is oppression? Now, as protests continue to dog the Olympic torch relay, some of the residents of Beijing told us what they think of the international opposition to Beijing hosting the 2008 Games.
There are so many countries politicizing the Beijing Olympics and claiming they will boycott it. I think this is a kind of violation of the sacred event. I think the Olympic spirit shouldn't be politicized. As a citizen of Beijing, I support the Beijing Olympics.
It is true that there are a lot of international voices expressing their opinions. I think we need communications with them. It is possible they don't know much about us or they misunderstand us. I believe that nothing should be an obstacle to the Beijing Olympics.
Hosting of the Olympic Games shows that our country has strength and capability. That means we will be able to deal with the situation. We will be united together to support hosting the Games.
Many of you gave us feedback on our show this week about the stigma of obesity. Our guest, Dr. Rebecca Poole of Yale University, said obesity is part of a global trend that requires national policy solutions. Well, many of you writing in don't see it this way. Ibrahim in Nigeria disagrees with the doctor's diagnosis of the global nature of the problem. Obesity is a problem in the West, while food is the problem for millions in the underdeveloped world. A viewer in South Africa puts the responsibility firmly on the individual. Obesity starts with choice. We choose how we want to live. A healthier life means sacrificing. Parents should motivate their young to healthy living. And from Ghana, Ziliano says education is the key. We have to know the food we eat, especially the fatty foods. While Yati, writing in from Malaysia, emphasizes the need for good eating habits. The mindset should be to eat when you are hungry. That is when the body tells you it needs food. We should not be forced to eat breakfast, lunch, tea, dinner, when in actual fact the body still has more than sufficient nutrients from previous meals. Well, with that sound advice, we end it for this edition of Street Talk. Don't forget to keep sending in your emails and comments to riz@aljazeera.net with feedback on our shows and anything else you see on our channel. And the views expressed in Street Talk are not necessarily the views held by Al Jazeera, and some of the content may be edited, but for time and space reasons only. And that's the talk on the street.